Coming to you from a basement studio somewhere down under. It's the 80s Show with Australia's Retro Man.
G'day viewers, Retro Man here and welcome to the 80s Show. Now today I'll be continuing on with our Tina Turner tribute series, and my point of discussion today really is about Tina's life and career. I mean, Tina was this tremendous talent and really her work speaks for itself. There was a storytelling to her songs and she just kept you listening. She was unique. She was simply Tina. And what can I say? I mean, she was born in Brownsville, Tennessee, back in 1939. And she was one of these girls that used to go and perform in church choirs. And she sort of really broke out in the 60s. I mean, she hooked up with a guy called Ike Turner. She actually married him. She had this tumultuous relationship with Ike. We've all heard it. So Tina was married to Ike Turner from 1962 to 1978. And during that period, she performed these amazing songs. I mean, 1966, she had River Deep, Mountain High. And I mean, she really climbed a mountain with that one. And of course, Proud Mary. That was such an energetic song in the early 70s. And Nutbush City Limits. I mean, how can you forget that one? It kind of inspired this dance. And Tina, man, I mean, there's nothing like her. And then, of course, when she escaped Ike, shall I say, by the end of the 70s, I mean, she moved into the 80s in an amazing way. She was like this free woman. She'd broken the shackles of her past and she was ready to give the 80s her all. And she simply did that. And man, she came into her own. Now, one thing I will say about Tina's career is that she had a strong connection to Australia. And for about 3 decades, she was managed by an Australian guy called Roger Davies, who was also Olivia Newton-John's manager in the 80s. Now, Roger came along at a pivotal moment in Tina's career. I mean, she'd been doing RSL gigs in Australia and, you know, she was kind of seeking a new direction. And really what happened, this was a match made in heaven, because all of a sudden Tina got her hands on some really wonderful material to sink her teeth in. And he was very instrumental in her getting that song, What's Love Got to Do With It, which was a real career change for Tina. I mean, it became a signature song for Tina. And if you look at that music video back in the day, I mean, you can see she really was a bit of a fashionista, a style icon, if you will. And Tina was rocking the denim in the What's Love Got to Do With It music video. And that really is one of her signature songs in the 80s. That took her to, you know, an amazing level as a solo artist. It was a mega hit.
What's love got to do with it?
And after she performed that, I mean, her career just took off in a totally different direction. It was really inspiring to watch because all of a sudden she became the performer that she wanted to. She became this solo act. She was free of Ike. She was Tina, and she was simply magnificent.
Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
And of course, she made her way into the movies. I mean, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome was this epic film that came out in 1985, and Mel Gibson's co-star, of course, was Tina Turner. But it just didn't end there. I mean, she added a flair and a presence to the movie. Auntie Entity was her character name, and she didn't just stop there, guys. She had that song out called We Don't Need Another Hero, which was the theme song for Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. And I mean, that song is simply a journey.
All the children say we don't need another hero.
Tina nails every lyric, and it's just a wonderful theme song for a movie. And of course, later in the 80s, she had that song out called The Best, which also became, in a way, a signature song for Tina, and it was adopted by the Rugby League in Australia as kind of a theme song for the sport, and Tina so willingly got involved in that. But she's just this amazing singer.
Now the big game's even bigger.
But man, I mean, in the 90s, they celebrated Tina's life with a fantastic biopic. If you've never seen it before, please check it out. It's called What's Love Got to Do With It? It's named after that signature song. And Angela Bassett played Tina Turner, and Lawrence Fishburne played her husband, Ike. And if you haven't seen that film, guys, it's definitely worth a watch. What's Love Got to Do With It from 1993, and those performances simply sizzle.
Touchstone Pictures presents the story of a remarkable woman who refused to give up.
I'm ready. I'm ready, and I know what I want.
What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion?
And she even did a Bond song, guys, I'm sure you remember, for Pierce Brosnan's first Bond film in 1995. She had the theme song out called GoldenEye, and that was a great one as well. Now, throughout the 90s, Tina just kept touring. She was just this unstoppable force in the industry. And by 1997, she kind of visited Australia for the last time. I think it was April 97 in Perth was her last concert in my country, and I mean, that would have been tremendous to see. But she did continue performing live in the 2000s, and her last concert was actually in 2009 at the Sheffield Arena, 5th of May to be exact. And what a show that was. I mean, Tina in 2009 was still at the top of her game. So yes, the way I see it is that she retired really at the top of her game. I mean, if you reflect on those 2009 performances, and there's some clips online you can see, she was really still at the top, guys. So what a way to go out at Sheffield Arena in 2009. And of course, after that, she did have her health battles. I mean, they were kind of highly publicised, although she did try to keep some of it private. But guys, in 2021, of course, she came back with that HBO special that really was a reflection of her life and career. So if you haven't seen that, it's just called Tina. So check that out, guys, if you haven't. But what can I say? Tina Turner had an amazing career. I mean, she started in the 60s. She had all those hits in the 70s with Ike. And then in the 80s, she came into her own and she nailed those solo recordings. And there was simply nobody like her. She occupied this rare air. There was Tina. That was it. There was Tina. And no one could touch her because no one had that stage presence, that vocal that is just like a growl almost. There's a grittiness and intensity. There's just a magnificence to those power ballads that she had out. She was simply second to none. And she is such a loss, guys, to the music industry. I mean, there's no one on the scene today like Tina Turner. Nobody has her energy and her stage presence. So there is a void there. And man, we've just got to reflect on those fabulous memories from the 80s and 90s, where she was really one of those front runners when it came to female vocalists. And what I will say is, she was such a unique talent, an amazing singer. She just brought such an energy to the stage, and she will be sadly missed. But we've got all this great music to reflect on. So guys, my tribute to Tina doesn't end here. I will be back with a look at some of her best songs of the 80s soon. And I think that'll be a lot of fun. I mean, that really was the catalogue of work that I particularly appreciated. I mean, she had those great albums out, and it was just song after song after song. So definitely come back to see that, guys. And in the meantime, if you've missed some of my other Tina Turner videos, please check those out also. So guys, what can I say? As always, like, comment and subscribe, and keep watching the 80s show, because you will never know what is going to pop up next. So anyway, guys, that concludes my little discussion on Tina Turner's life and career, and you will see me again very soon with some more Tina. Anyway, guys, this is Retro Man, living the dream, 80s style. Stay gold.